I wanted to see this. This came out on my days off, and I want to see what they've done for Assassin's Creed Black Flags. So it's about like 30 minutes or so. It's a worldwide reveal showcase. So I'm super curious to see what they have changed. I haven't seen anything about it, okay? So I know nothing. I know jack shit all. But I want to see if it's a good, faithful remake of the original. Because I assume it's a remake, right? Or remastered? Is it remastered is what they're calling it or so? Or technically resynced anyway, so. Ubisoft trying to be quirky over there.
We fly no colors out here, but praise the lack of them. So let the black flag signal nothing but your allegiance to man's natural freedoms.
I swear, Black Flags was one of my favorite Assassin's Creed.
If a man plays the fool, then it's only fools he'll persuade, but appear to be the devil. And all men will submit.
I wish there was more bass in his voice.
We're pirates,
Blackbeard's
kid.
voice acting is
We take as we
okay.
please and become who we like.
But that look ain't you. It's not who you are.
Who am I then?
You're a wonder, Kenway. You've a knack for this kind of
Kenway
work.
sounds so British.
It ain't work if you love
He
it.
doesn't sound really grisly enough, but that's just my personal opinion. At least from that small snippet. Okay.
Hey everyone. I have to say it is so good to be here. I played Edward Kenway more than a decade ago, and you know, he's one of those characters that never really leaves you. Now, over the past months, we know that you've been waiting.
Wait, is he the original VA from the original Black Flags?
And today, it is finally time to share with you what we've been working on. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced is a faithful remake of one of the most
if
beloved
it is the same
Assassin's
VA,
Creed
it has been a
games.
while since he
It's
has voice
totally
acted the
rebuilt
character.
from the ground up with the latest version of the Anvil engine and enriched with lots of new additions. Resynchronization with Edward's journey and memories. The same story, the same man, but elevated to a new level of immersion and realism to bring you one of the most thrilling swashbuckling pirate adventures. And I'm happy to say, Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced will be released on July 9th, 2026. Today, guys, you are getting the real deal. The first
It's just coming out on July 9th?
Everything that's been rebuilt, reimagined, and some behind-the-scenes
in 3 months. What the hell?
But enough of my talking,
Probably
yeah?
it's coming in the summertime
Let's
at least.
just
Thank
jump
God,
right
to be
in.
honest. I'm tired of games coming out at the end and the beginning of the month. I am tired of it, to be honest.
Hello, pirates.
I'm tired of
Matt Ryan
Brooktober,
here,
and I'm
the
tired
voice
of,
Edward
you know,
Kenway. And this
February,
is Assassin's
February,
Creed
or whatever
Black
the fuck
Flag
they call it.
Resynced. 13 years after the original, this remake brings the classic game back to
Yeah, there's more foliage and trees and stuff now. And there's like more foliage in the background for like this island back there. My question is will there be like new islands for us to explore in this world? Is there like actual like new places to visit and whatnot? Are they gonna add like more destinations that we can like walk around and stuff, or no?
life, rebuilt from the ground up with the latest Anvil engine to deliver the most thrilling pirate adventure. All right, let's set sail.
Dash my buttons. Your life seems a grand one, if I may say.
Who the fuck is this guy?
So full of adventure.
What? Who is this
You
guy?
play as Captain Edward
Kinda sound
Kenway,
annoying, I'm not gonna lie.
a rebellious scoundrel eager to make a name for himself in the pursuit of glory, freedom, and a search for a better life.
I've seen your face before.
My question is, okay, my curiosity is, there's DLC for this game. Is the DLC going to be included in this game and they're going to add more on top of it? Or are they just going to give us the same base game and then they're going to resell the DLC again for this game? Because I'm going to be honest with you, they should just really just put the DLC in the game and then make new DLC for the game. I'm just saying.
Yous mates with them pirates down in Nassau.
Shut your bloody gob or I'll fill it with shot, you hear me?
Edward.
I don't know why I don't like the VA. I don't know. I just don't. Can I hear the original V? I don't know. There's something about the VA is like rubbing me off in the wrong way. Not like in a bad way or so, but like isn't like in a critical way.
And their creed a more honorable course. Have I been unfair?
No. For years I've been rushing around taking whatever I fancied, not giving a tinker's curse for those I hurt. And yet here I am, with riches and reputation, feeling no wiser than when I left home. Yet when I turn around, look at the course I've run. There's not a man or woman that I love left standing beside me.
So I'm saying it sounds less British.
Mary. Before she died, she asked me to do good by her, to sort out the mess I'd made. Can you help me?
Yeah, because like he sounds like less less British. That's the reason why I was like he sounds more British in the new one. That's what I'm saying. Is this the actor? I guess it is. I guess. I don't know. He just has more posh. I guess. Just a little bit more.
Is it?
Just a bit more.
After crossing paths with the Assassins and Templars, Edward is drawn into their centuries-old conflict with secret locations.
Or like maybe the
and
accent is a lot more
legendary treasures
thicker,
at
I
stake.
guess, you know, to some degree.
Along the way, he joins forces with infamous pirates such as Anne Bonny, Charles Vane,
But like I said, it's been a
and
while though
Blackbeard.
since he's voice acted the character.
With them, he helps establish a
If that is the
short-lived,
same
lawless
voice actor.
republic following the pirate code and defying empires built on cruelty and greed. Together, in their search for freedom, power, and riches, they'll fight across a treacherous tropical paradise, from dangerous waters to dense jungles, untamed lands, and bustling historical cities.
There's definitely going to be more NPCs on the screen.
From the grandeur of Havana, the thriving and wealthy jewel of the Caribbean ruled by Templars, to Kingston's bustling trade hub, and Nassau, the beating heart of the pirate republic. Each city offers a distinct atmosphere shaped by opportunities and conflicts. The Caribbean world reaches a new level of immersion and realism, powered by high-resolution textures, enhanced lighting, strikingly detailed environments, and a new dynamic weather system. Even underwater exploration is more expansive, more beautiful, and more perilous than ever before.
Oh, they expanded the underwater stuff? Oh, that's pretty cool, actually.
With seamless access to cities and locations, the world feels truly alive.
Ship stopped!
Creating the perfect backdrop for a life on the edge, where freedom is earned.
If this is actually in-game or so, it's kind of crazy how it looks in-game, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looks pretty insane.
And danger is never far away. Time to draw swords, lads. The combat system has been entirely reworked into an action-oriented experience. While wielding dual swords, pistols, and hidden blades, every move now plays a specific role with faster, more fluid attacks and combos.
Okay, so there's one thing or so that I did hear or so, and I thought this was kind of fucking stupid or so. I think one of you guys told me about it, or somebody told me in general, that people were complaining that the combat is not the same from the original, and I'm just kind of like, are we serious here? Like, are we actually? Do you want clunky controls? You want clunky combat to come back? You know, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think modernizing the combat to fit more fluently, especially giving new animations and new, you know, just basically a new paint job, you know, is gonna feel better than fucking reusing the same old animation that they used a decade ago, would just not fit very well, you know? I just don't understand. There were some people, there was actually literally like some people complaining or something, which made honestly like no sense whatsoever. I'm like, the game hasn't even come out, give it a try for the combat at least, and then you can voice your opinion afterwards. I'm like, you can't really say anything about it at this very moment, you know? I just kind of like facepalmed. I was just kind of like, are we serious? Are we actually serious? I'm like, I'd rather have new modern combat instead of having the clunky combat, you know?
Land a perfect parry to open up your target for an instant kill.
And if they managed to improve it even better so than before, I'm like, I'd rather take it, you know?
Use walls, ledges, and breakables to your advantage. Keep track of your
just my question is like, you know,
your tools
hopefully it's not overly simplified, you know?
But fight recklessly, and you will be punished. Whether you're on the hunt or on the run, mastering your environment is key. As you navigate through cities and jungles, you'll experience smooth and improved iconic parkour moves. From free jumps, to back ejects, and side ejects. These options offer a range of reactive movements, giving you tighter control, resulting in greater speed and deadlier assassinations. Being a pirate assassin often calls for a subtle approach. With Resync and its enriched stealth system, you can now crouch freely as part of your toolkit to approach targets. Tailing and eavesdropping missions have also been revamped. In the original game, getting discovered meant instant desynchronization. Yes, this was a pretty big pain point. We remember.
I remember that. I actually do remember that. It was kind of annoying after a while or so.
Now, the action continues. Your objectives remain, but your target will react, and you must adapt accordingly.
Was this... it's been a while since I played the original. Was this the one where Desmond was still alive, or was this after Desmond was alive? Or was it before? Was it before or was it after? I don't remember, to be honest. It's been so long or so, I don't really remember the old Assassin's Creed. At least like some aspects of the old Assassin's Creed.
All these new interactions offer multiple ways to succeed and progress in your missions. Of course, this wouldn't be a real pirate adventure without a ship. Jackdaw.
Is the customization more robust? Question mark?
You named your brig after a boxy bird.
The Jackdaw. What a beauty. Set sail and freely roam the Caribbean. Now equipped with even more firepower, the Jackdaw can conquer the high seas like never before.
So it is, okay. They do have more.
With new alternate fire upgrades for every weapon, you now have more power and flexibility to overcome opponents' ships in any situation.
Hopefully it plays smoothly too as well.
You will engage in epic battles, boarding parties, and fort raids. All of these are back and as challenging, dangerous, and exciting.
If only they did this for Skull and Bones, you know?
exciting as ever. To reinforce your crew, 3 brand new officers make their entrance. Lucy Baldwin, the Padre, and Deadman Smith. Each officer has a unique narrative quest line that reveals their backstory. Gain their trust to recruit them to your crew and benefit from their special gameplay abilities. Deadman Smith, for example, unlocks a double shot. Gameplay abilities. Deadman
Join your crew as a strong fighter enables the Jackdaw to ram dash.
Smith, for example.
Board size fire twice per salvo. Interesting. Okay.
Unlocks a double shot from broadside weapons. Explore the Caribbean alongside your crewmates and trusty pet.
That was there from the
original. You can
original.
now find a cat
correctly.
or monkey for the Jackdaw.
I remember.
Engage and plunder other vessels.
Yeah, I remember that
Steer
too.
through violent storms, rogue waves, or just soak up the sun, regaled by shanties new and old.
For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to...
Do you think they'll add sea monsters by any chance? I doubt it though, but it would be kind of cool though. Would be cool.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced offers a deeper, more immersive adventure that remains faithful to what players love, while enriching the experience with enhanced gameplay features and fresh quests and storylines, including ones for the officers you met earlier and, just between you and me, new narrative arcs involving our old friends, Blackbeard and Steed.
Oh, so they're expanding the
Defy
story also on
empires
Blackbeard.
and
It's actually
relive
pretty
the
cool.
era's explosive events amidst the ancient war between assassins and Templars in the ultimate pirate fantasy. Gold, infamy, and adventure await. It's time.
Maybe it's just me or so, but like I wouldn't mind having a pirate game, but having the sea monsters, Davy Jones, and all this other stuff in the actual game would be kind of cool, in my personal opinion. I don't know. Maybe it's just me or so, but I would totally love to just see that, you know, having the Kraken, you know, fucking, you know, you can fight the Kraken and whatnot, or whatever other shit, you know. It would be just kind of cool. Like, oh, maybe there's like a special mission or so to fight Davy Jones, you know.
To raise the black flag. Again.
With Black Flag Resynced, we set out to reconnect with the heart of Black Flag. From the start, the intention was clear: deliver a faithful and enriched experience grounded in what players loved. We've rebuilt the entire adventure using our latest Anvil engine. Expect fully overhauled visuals, new additions that deepen its world, and enhanced gameplay both on land and at sea. Movement now flows more naturally from one action to the next, whether you're doing parkour across rooftops in Havana or fighting on the docks. Parkour builds on the latest design improvements from recent Assassin's Creed games, while still keeping Edward's classic
It does look
moves.
very smooth.
Combat now offers a more dynamic swashbuckling experience, driven by precise parries and takedowns. Stealth gets its share of
I
improvement.
still don't understand why people are so upset about the combat getting like a revamp, basically. I just don't understand personally.
Too,
I'm just
the
sighing
ability
because
to
I'm just
crouch
kind of like,
anywhere.
Jesus Christ.
They open up more tactical routes and subtle approaches, letting you shape the adventure the way you want. Naval gameplay also follows the same philosophy and offers more tactical options. New officers will join your crew with powerful abilities, while the Jackdaw's weapons can be upgraded.
See? With good cheer and steady hand, Annie serves as a Jackdaw's quartermaster. Okay, but there's like nothing else. I see.
Can be upgraded with new modes to change up the fight. The sea now plays an active role in how you'll be challenged by the elements. Weather and waves will influence how your ship will handle, while preserving the pace and freedom players remember. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced matters deeply to us and to you. That's why we took the time to rebuild it with the care it deserves. This remains a solo, adventure, and character-driven experience. It is not an RPG. The focus stays on how you play and how you explore the world. And as we develop the game, we organize dedicated workshops with our community. These early player feedbacks played an important role in refining many of these elements. Here's a look at their most recent visit.
Hello everyone, we are here at the Ubisoft Singapore studio where we invited some of our biggest Assassin's Creed fans to discover the remake of Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
I don't trust any of their words because their words specifically because, you know, they got flown out. And that they're the biggest fans of Assassin's Creed, so they're gonna chill out, so that's why.
They've had the opportunity to meet the devs, try the game, and share their valuable feedback with us. Here's what they had to say.
I still can't believe that I can help the dev team to make the game better and improve it when it finally arrives.
I'm part of that process, and Black Flag is my favorite game, so to be a part of that process is just awesome.
It felt nice to be appreciated in that way, to give direct input about the game.
The feedback with the dev team, they were very open as a dev team to take the criticism, what needs to be fixed, what's great. They even asked us more questions about it. So I love the curiosity that they show us. And it shows that they truly care about what they do.
I'm just really excited to be back, like with the addition of new audio lines, the new dialogue, and the new music.
I'm super excited to actually help improve the staff experience for the game.
I care about this game, this remake. When I heard rumors about this game, I just wanted to be involved in giving as much effective feedback as possible.
Some of this work came directly from spending time with some of our core players early on. We had them play early builds and sat down with them to gather their honest feedback on the game, tapping into the many things players expect of a Black Flag remake, from gameplay features to visual fidelity.
Wait a minute. I just noticed this. It's Ubisoft Singapore that's making this remake. Not the actual Ubisoft main headquarters making this one, right? Am I getting this correctly, right? Like it's not the actual like main studio. It's one of the side studios basically. Because I assume the main studio is in Europe, right? It's like in Europe itself. If I remember correctly, the main studio. Because it's in France, right? At least the main Ubisoft studio. That's kind of interesting. That they are the ones in Singapore. Are the ones that are making this game.
This helped us refine some of our choices along the way. What was interesting was not only to gather that feedback, but to understand why players reacted this way. They were incredibly passionate about Edward, how he moves, how he reads on screen, even the details on his face. That led to deeper conversations. Together, we explored different approaches, tested ideas, challenged assumptions, and refined choices until the intent felt right again. The team's passion and commitment have driven every step of this journey, and we can't wait for you to see more of what we've been crafting.
Oh, it really is so good to be back in this world. Now, I believe the Black Flag is one of those pirate adventures that never really left the players' minds. And it's also really special to be here today.
No, because everyone always says about Black Flags was like one of the best pirate games out there. Like, because like even during Skull and Bones era or so, they were critiquing or so of how like, how the fuck did you fuck up with Skull and Bones when you literally had the blueprints or so of Black Flags of many years ago? How did you manage to fuck it up, you know, basically? Like, it seems like they always compare, when it comes to like almost like any single pirate game, they always compare it to Black Flags. But even then, there wasn't really that many pirate games to begin with, at least not to my knowledge anyways. The only one that I know is Windrose, Skull and Bones, and Black Flag. That's it. That's all I really know about, man. Is it really that difficult to make a pirate game?
Some of the people who helped shape the game back then and who are bringing it back now. Jean, you were creative director on the original Black Flag, and Paul, you're the creative director on Resync, who's leading the vision of this remake today. Now, before
Oh, you have the original person, and you have the new person? Interesting.
we dive into what the game is now, I'd love to go back for a moment. So when you started building Black Flag back in early 2012?
2012,
2012. How was the world imagined in the first place? I mean, what were the pillars that were there from day one?
Well, from the very beginning, one of the key central core pillar was fluidity, right? We really wanted a seamless experience, connecting movement, combat, and navigation, all very naturally. And it was the same seamlessness that we were looking for between naval experience and the ground experience, because the other challenges we were facing was to merge actually two fantasies, being a pirate on one side and being an assassin on the other, without any friction. And the sea wasn't just an add-on, to the ground experience. Naval gameplay was really a core pillar from day one. We also wanted a world that feels alive, right? Something that would react to the players, always in motion. And it was very compelling to me to see other people like Paul and his team actually to face the same challenges that we did face back in the days. And I think what helped them craft the game was that a lot of people involved in Resync today were already part of the game, the original back then.
Paul, so you were already a part of the team back then, right? So, when you come back to a project all these years later, what stayed non-negotiable from the original vision, apart from the fact that, I'm Kenway?
So, Matt, the one thing that was non-negotiable is the original story of Edward Kenway. We have never approached Resync as a reinvention. Our goal is to carry John's vision forward. And today, we have much more room to do so since the game is engineered and rebuilt on Ubisoft's latest Anvil. It allows us to push dynamism, gameplay, immersion further, while keeping the original vision and story intact.
Yeah, Jean, and you mentioned before how collaborative the original game was, and can you talk about that, especially with Singapore?
Yeah, absolutely. It was absolutely team effort back in the time. And I remember actually in 2012, when we first came here in Singapore, meeting Paul and the team to do what we call the blueprint, this week of hard work where the game really emerged from the preparatory work. And Montreal worked very closely with Singapore. Singapore built key parts of Black Flag. The naval gameplay was built on top of the Assassin's Creed 3 naval tech that was developed, in some specific missions. But you were also behind a lot of places, locations, and gameplays, like caves, underwater gameplay, forts, ships, and some major missions like the E3 demo that you worked on.
That's right. Right. So there seems to be like a real sense of continuity here, not just in the game, but in the people making it. One thing that really shaped Black Flag for me was how dynamic the scenes felt coming back to it for Resync and shooting the mocap scenes in Toronto. The scenes just felt so dynamic, like the original game. And Jean, what was the intention back then, when it came to all the cinematics?
So from the start, and it was a lot of discussion with Kama, the animation director back then, we really wanted the scenes to feel alive. We wanted characters moving, interrupting each other, exchanging objects, and reacting physically. And that sense of movement was really part of the game's identity, I feel.
Right. And when you rebuild a game like this, that I guess that becomes a huge challenge, right, Paul? And how did you keep the spirit whilst trying to push it further with all of today's amazing technology?
Well, there are many ways, but to carry on the spirit of Black Flag, we always remembered one thing: to rebuild the game with the original pillars in mind, John's pillars and the original core team's pillars. But the most important thing was the story. Every single small moment in the game had to be rebuilt and crafted. And it took a lot of handcrafting, especially the facial animations, but that's important because that's the soul of the game.
You men are the pariahs of Charlestown, and I would profit better by using your organs for chum and your bones for char. By Christ!
And you know, when you add new things to a game that people really know off by heart and they know it so well, the fear is always that the people might notice the seams, right? Jean, when you played it, what did you feel?
Well, actually, I felt like playing Black Flag, you know, and not even noticing where the original end was ending and when the new content that Paul and the team brought was starting. And this is something really, really important. That continuity is very much essential.
You know, Jean, whenever we wanted to change or add something, we would always question ourselves, does this belong here? Would Edward do this? Would John get upset? And if the answer wasn't clear, we simply wouldn't do it. However, as we all know, no remake is complete without additional content. So we have added brand new chapters and brand new missions to the game, including a brand new scene with Edward's wife, Caroline, that's written by Darby himself.
Yeah, I remember playing it. Jean,
okay, but my question is, what about the DLC though? Are you gonna redo the DLC and sell them separately again? Or are you? But if you're gonna resell them again, are you going to add more to it? Question mark. Instead of just rehashing the same thing.
Like there's something, I don't know. There's something deeper in Black Flag than just like pirate freedom, you know, and it's closely tied to the character of Edward.
Yes, absolutely. We really wanted to send a message also saying that freedom without structure doesn't lead you anywhere, right? And Edward's arc reflects that. He thinks everything will be granted, you know, that's the good life, plundering, etc. But then in the end, you realize that you lost all your friends. Yeah. Right? And so this is very important because he grows into someone that understands his own responsibilities and that makes him, like you said, very human.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I really leaned into coming back to the character after, you know, more than a decade. You know, it's the same Edward, but there seemed to be like, for me personally, you know, from the scenes that were written kind of, as I said, more dynamism, but also there's a certain kind of weight to Edward's journey, you know?
Cool,
I guess that with Black Flag Resync, there are some really kind of important decisions to make, right, Paul? And how did you approach those?
So Matt, with Resync, we made a clear choice. It is a pure story-driven adventure, and we are fully focused on Edward's adventures in the Caribbean. As a result of this focus, we have elected to not have the multiplayer and not have the DLC. However, Resync is built from the ground up with new story, new content, and new systems. But we're staying true to its action-adventure roots. Resync is a 20...
So... There's a multiplayer for this game? I don't even remember that. I forgot that there was... Really? What was it? There was multiplayer for this game? I remember in Assassin's Creed 3... No, which one was it again? Is it 3? The one with the Native American guy with George Washington? I remember playing that one. Was that number 3? I don't even know, to be honest. Was that number 4? Fuck, I don't even know. But yeah, I remember that one having multiplayer. This one had multiplayer too? Was it pirate ship stuff? I don't even remember, to be frankly honest. So no DLC. Interesting. Will there be DLC later? Question mark.
26 take on the original legend. And for those of us who are curious, the original will still be available.
And Jean, so the modern day, right, that played a really specific role in Black Flag when it was released. And so can you explain how it fit the franchise back then?
So, you know, back then in 2013, the present day reflected where the franchise was at. It was a transition moment, especially with Desmond's story and what it meant at the time. But now...
So wait, so Desmond was in this one?
With Resync, I think there were some changes were needed.
That's right. Today, the modern day has evolved. For Black Flag Resync, we have approached it in a way that focuses on Edward's journey while still connecting his memories to the Animus. The modern day rifts in Black Flag Resync will feature new moments that focus on Edward's internal struggles.
There's also something about Black Flag that I feel that I don't know, people still crave what the game brought, you know?
You know what? I think it's because it's a game full of light.
Yeah.
Yes, there is danger and violence, but everything takes place under the bright Caribbean sky, you know? Palm trees, seas, movement.
It is pretty different though, I'm not gonna lie. It's something you don't see quite a lot or so when it comes to pirate games. Like it's more this kind of type of thing.
Very generous in a sense, and that sense of escapism has always been part of the game, and I feel is very relevant in 2026.
Yeah, totally. And the other thing that people I feel never forget, and certainly
I still have the original poster for this game, and if I remember correctly, it had like the whole map or so, and it was like the map of Cuba, and then like it just had like the old style map or so, and it showed like all the kind of like the locations and everything like that.
Never had is the music.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. It's the music, especially the sea shanties. The sea shanties in particular have always been part of Black Flag's identity. For Resync, we have kept the shanties that everybody loves, but we have also added new shanties. They are connected to the story.
Time ago, was a long time and a very
so we got new shanty songs.
So today, we'd like to reveal a collaboration with an artist that's deeply connected to the Assassin's Creed franchise. And this artist has a special place in my heart because of his work on Assassin's Creed Revelations. Woodkid.
Woodkid. Cool. Yeah,
that's cool.
That's great.
Hey everyone, Woodkid here. I'm in my studio in Paris now and I have great news for you. I'm back in the Assassin's Creed franchise, this time for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. You know, the world of Assassin's Creed has been very important for me and very linked to my career. It started like 15 years ago or something. And this time, I'm very excited about what we've done. I know that Assassin's Creed Black Flag is a game that's very important to all of you.
I wonder if they're gonna do this the sea shanty for Fuck, what's the name of that one that was super famous on TikTok, but I can't remember off the top of my head? Fuck, dude. Why is that monitor so high up? Because he's in a studio. This is his professional studio. What is the name of that song or so? Hoist the Colors, I think is what it's called.
It's a game about escapism, about rebellion, about exploration, and these are themes that are very, very important for my work. You know, I've explored these themes a lot in my music. So I won't say too much.
Hopefully they do that one. That'd be really nice.
I can't wait for you to hear what I've done for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced.
Having him return to the franchise, especially for Black Flag Resynced, means a lot to the team. We've been working on a newly reimagined track specifically for Black Flag Resynced, and we can't wait for you guys to hear it.
Yeah, right. And you know, music.
As long as you don't use hip hop R&B track or so, we'll be okay. As long as you don't do that, we'll be fine.
Music is just one of those things that the people remember long after they stop playing. I mean, I did. The sea shanties, I still play in my car now from time to time, you know, and this game means a lot to you, and we know that.
I know you're lying.
Absolutely. This game means a lot to me, and I'm not saying that just because you guys are here. Just working on a game takes me back to 2012, and we all want the game to be the best it can be, and we really hope that you guys will enjoy it in the car.
Yeah, so you entered the Animus for real.
That's
back
right.
in 2012, yeah.
I mean, what a great thing, right? To come back to something, you know, more than a decade after, you know, and get to revisit and rebuild and reimagine this wonderful world. It's just been such a pleasure for me, and I thank you guys for bringing me back. Before we wrap this up,
it's pretty interesting to have the original.
I've got a little surprise for you. All right, this is something pretty awesome. I saw it today for the first time, and I love it. So here we have an Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced Collector's Edition. It's so awesome, and inside is a really stunningly well-crafted figurine of Edward Kenway sitting there, slouched like me, really. And he looks really cool, and his crafted.
What was the original collector's edition of this game?
Crafted really well, and inside there's a notebook with all of like Kenway's diary entries and journeys about all of his adventures, and there's also a brooch and a cloth map, and then some goodies in there for everyone. So this one is really cool. It's the first time I've seen it today,
I'm
and
wondering if it's
if you guys like it, then you're gonna have to
similar
get your own because this one's mine.
to the new one. That's what I'm curious about.
Thank you. No,
You're
but-
welcome to take it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. We can't wait for you to live or relive this thrilling pirate adventure with Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. That will launch on July 9th, 2026. I just want to say thank you for all being with us today, and we cannot wait for you to experience it yourselves. Cheers.
Interesting. It looks promising so far, at least from what we have seen. Hold on, my curiosity is right. Let me see. Assassin's Creed. Collector's Edition. Oh, it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of the same thing. You get a, that's the new one. That's the original one. My curiosity is if they would bring these three for the remastered. The Buccaneer Edition. What about the original? I mean, not the original, the new one. These are more cosmetic stuff compared to the original one. What the hell is this anyways? Oh, is this the brooch that they're talking? Okay. I feel like the original. I feel like the original one is a lot more better. For the there's just like different multiple versions of it too. You have this one, and then you have that one with the different box, and then you have this one with this box. God damn, that's tiny as shit. The Skull Edition. Yeah, there's like, yeah, I remember this. There's like so many different versions of this one in the original. All right, well, we'll see how the game is in general. Like, I'm pretty optimistic at the end of the day. It has been a while since I played the original one. I see. Okay. Like I said, I'll be pretty excited. I'll try it out when it comes out, you know? Definitely will. Piques my interest at the end of the day. But yeah. Okay. Alright. Anyways, that's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. Tell me, I'm curious, what do other people think about it? Are they optimistic about it? Or are they gonna complain or so about the combat being like, you know, remastered or something like that? I can never understand that one specifically, you know, but hey, man, I guess they want the clunky controls, I guess, or the clunky combat controls, you know? But anyways, that's the end of the video. And I'm surprised. Maybe Ubisoft will probably make some good money off of it, maybe. But they are using nostalgia bait to get that money at this very moment. Because the reason is like, why did they want to do a Black Flags remastered question mark? Like what was the sole purpose of remastering this game? Out of all the old Assassin's Creed games, why start with this one as a remastered? Money, of course, you know. But the question is like, what are they gonna use it for? Are they trying to use it so that they don't get bought out by Tencent? Question mark. We'll never know, to be frankly honest, but it is what it is. Anyways, that's the end of the video, and peace.